Hello, everyone. How are you tonight? Second live today. Wow. Okay. Change of plans. Women do that sometimes, right? It's our prerogative, so I've been told. So, the original plan, and I even had this posted, was a 5 product face. And then I remembered I got these new brushes today. And one of the new brushes, let me get this posted in the group. One of these new brushes is a concealer brush. Now, how am I going to get a new brush today and not use it, right? So, of course, that plan was out the window. Hello, Sierra. Thanks for joining. So, I had to rethink that plan because, and I hope you're not going to hear me. Okay, let's see if I can get this shared to the right group tonight on the first shot. Done. Okay, so original plan, I went from a 5 product face to a 6 product face because I wanted to include the splurges, right? Because I issued a challenge earlier today. Hello, Mandy. How are you tonight? I issued a challenge to try a splurge, right? And I have 3 ladies that are going to try a splurge shadow. And I wanted to show off the splurge brush tonight. Okay. So then I picked a splurge brush. So I picked a splurge cream shadow. I was up to 6 items. Well, then if I add in concealer, now I'm up to 7 items. Oh my goodness. Okay. So maybe I'll just try to stick to 7 items and then I can use my concealer. All right. Concealer. Okay. So let me show you what I got today. This is, and I'm going to cover up my face. This is the brush roll. All right, so can you see the new brushes? This one is new. Let me angle this down a little bit. This is the crease brush. It's a fluffy brush to use for the creases. And this one, you can see that it has short hairs and they're very compact. And this one is for the splurge cream shadows. So the black brushes, this one, this one, this one, not this one, this, this, those ones are all unique brushes, okay? You have to start somewhere, right? So hello, Jessica. All of my brushes are not unique brushes. I'm getting there. And then these 4 are unique brushes. The great news is I've earned most of these brushes through things that I've earned. Like I got this one for my Fast Start kit. I bought this one when I got my eyebrow kit, right? And you know I'm loving this eyebrow kit. This one I think I got in my Fast Start kit. And then this one I earned today. This is the oh, if you could only feel how smooth this brush is. And this is the contour brush. This is the contour. This is the powder concealer brush. So this is one of the brushes I wanted to use tonight, along with the splurge brush. Okay, so let's get started, shall we? And unfortunately, we don't sell this brush roll right now, but I'm telling you what, and let me show you one of the things that I love about this brush roll. I've never been a fan about double-ended brushes because I don't have any place to store them. They slide into pockets, okay? And whenever I slide a brush into a pocket. Hello, Diane. How are you? Whenever I slide these brushes into a pocket, these bottom bristles get bent. Well, here's the wonderful thing. Here's my old brush holder, which was lovely, okay? It was fabric on the bottom, and it has the flap to go down over them, and it had a zipper compartment on the end, but it was flat. So this one, it has a roll on the end, so I can easily drop my double-ended brushes in there, and I don't have to worry about them getting those ends damaged. So here's the moral to the story. We don't sell the brush rolls separately right now, but if you personally, because if we're wearing makeup, chances are you are going to be using brushes for application, more than likely. Find yourself a good brush roll. Look on Amazon or go to your favorite, wherever you're shopping. I don't know. I do a lot of shopping with Amazon. Look on Amazon. You can probably find it. And I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't know what I was looking for, but I knew that this brush case, at first it served its purpose. So what I had been doing was laying my double end brushes and this one, because it has a real chunky handle, and I love this brush, but it didn't fit. So I was laying it on the top like this, and then I would just close it in, but my smaller brushes would fall out the end. So I would call this a barrel. I don't know what they call it, they being the makeup people. So I would try to find something like that, where this one would fit very nicely on this barrel, on this tube. I'm not exactly sure what they would call it. And I'll do some looking, because that's what I'm here for, is to help, right? Even if you're not buying anything right this moment, I'm here to help guide you, right? So find something that's going to treat all of your products well. Because if you're not taking good care of your brushes, they're not going to last long. And if you're going to, and I hope that you will, you buy your brushes through me, our brushes aren't cheap. Good things aren't cheap, and cheap things aren't good. So buy the good brushes. They're going to last longer. Hello, Trudy. Thanks for joining. When you spend the money on the quality products, you want to put them in a good home and make sure that you take good care of them. And that's why I was so excited to get this brush roll, because I knew that other one wasn't working well anymore. So I'm super excited to have this. Even if you only have a few brushes, and I pack my stuff up. I did my sister's wedding makeup. I take my stuff on the go. So it's got to be able to pack and go. You know what I'm saying? So, and even if you're at home, if you can store them in a cup, and that's the way I store, these are all of my splurge lipsticks, so I can see what colors they are, and my lip liners. So make things accessible. All right, so there's a little, it's hopefully a good tip for you. All right, so let's get started. So I think right now I have 7 products, so I'm gonna try to just stick to those 7 products. So let me take these ones back out. And let's get started with some foundation. I'm not going to prime, and it seems like a crime, but I'm going to try to stick to those 7 products, okay? And Ashley is one of the upline gals in my team. I'm a part of her team. So I can put my primer brush away. Now, Do you have to have a separate brush for everything you do? No, you do not. And I used to use this brush for both my primer and my foundation. So when I was done with the primer, I would just put my foundation right on it. And that was okay because the primer and the foundation were both doing the same thing, right? If I got a little bit of primer mixed in my foundation or a little bit of foundation mixed in my primer, it didn't make any difference because it was all going on the same place and it was all going to work out the same purpose. Does that make sense? Now, as a part of a presenter, you can buy an add-on bundle, and that has your Touch Mineral foundation, your primer, your concealer. Let me start over. I don't want to say it wrong. I think it was 4 items. I think it was your foundation, a brush, your concealer, and your primer, okay? And then there was another kit, a collection that I bought that had the eye primer in it. So that was separate. Those 4 items. And that was $99. So they give us a lot of opportunities. Yes, Mandy, thank you. The products work together, right? So the foundation and the primer, they're working together in unison. Yes, thank you. So they give us a lot of opportunities to buy product at a discount because those are the tools that we need to do our job. So 5 drops of foundation, and that's all we need. 5 drops. And then I just kind of pounce it around my face. Mandy, I saw that post you made earlier. That made me laugh. You obviously had a few friends that did not read to the bottom. That was hilarious. Are you still selling cosmetics with the other company? Okay, I think I'm going to need just a couple more drops here since I did not use primer. And today you're going to see me cross-utilize a lot of products. So I'm putting foundation on my eyelids because I am not going to be using an eye primer today. Okay, so there we go with our foundation. Let me see here. That'll teach your bestie to not read the whole post. Hello, Darlene. I'm so glad that you got your CDL. I know that you said that was something that you've been working towards for a long time. I'm so proud of you. I can't even imagine driving a vehicle that big. My husband has a Suburban, and that's big enough for me. Okay, so next I'm going to go to my concealer. And this is the powder and concealer brush. And like I said, I just got it. So I'm really excited to see how this is a little different than what I've been using for concealer. Okay, so just a dab. All right, and you see I just put a smidge on there. Okay, so this is a nice puffy brush. I don't know if you can see the consistency of this brush from the way I'm using it. The brush I've been using the last few days, I had been using this brush, which is a contour and blending brush. This is the contour, this is the blending. So I had been using this, but that was when I was doing the sorry, sometimes I need a moment to think about words. When I was doing my concealer underneath my foundation, I'm going to take this end and just blend this out a little bit. Wait a minute, powder. I'm going to use powder because this is a powder brush. I'm going to use it anyhow. And you need to set your concealer when you're doing concealer on top of your foundation. By George, I think we're onto something here. Okay, so when I was using concealer under my foundation, I was using this larger brush. What I learned was it is customary. There are no rules. Okay, your face, your makeup, you do it how you want. I'm giving you suggestions and ideas. I'm not telling you you have to change anything. I'm just giving you ideas, okay? And this is the way I'm doing it, but that doesn't mean that you have to, all right? What I'm learning though is it brightens up my eyes. I have better control when I put my foundation on first, because your foundation is the base of your face, okay? When I put my concealer on after the foundation, it stays in place better because it doesn't move around when I put on my foundation. And then I'm using less of the concealer. I'm sorry. I'm using less of the concealer and I have a lot more control. Now you remember when I was demonstrating putting on the concealer and we do that triangle as part of our highlighting and part of our contouring, I'm going to use a smidge of the concealer on my eyes too. My eyelid, I should say. That was part of our contouring, but of course, when we put on our foundation, a lot of that moved. because we would use our brush to apply the foundation. So, long story short, when you put on your concealer last, you are allowing yourself a lot more control in where that concealer lands in the end. Does that make sense? Okay. Hello, Denise. How are you, my dear? So let me know if that doesn't make sense or if you have questions about concealer and foundation. Okay. So I think this is going to be one of my new favorite tools. Okay. These are so smooth. And it totally makes sense that they're putting the concealer with the powder, because you want to conceal and then you want to apply that powder so that that concealer stays in place. Boom. Okay, so we've used 1, 2, 3 products: foundation, concealer, setting powder. All right, now we're going to move on to the eyes. Here are my 2 products that are going to get a lot of use right now. I'm going to use my brow palette. That's going to be used on my brows and my eyes. And here is my cheek color, which is going to be used on, drum roll please, my cheeks, my eyes, my lips. Okay. Are you ready for that? Okay. The first color I'm going to use on my eyes, and I'm also going to use a splurge on my eyes because we have those on sale. And I got my splurge brush today. I can't not use that today. I got it today. It has to be used. It's a must. Okay, so I'm putting that right there. And, okay, so I got out a lip liner. I'm putting that away because this is what I'm going to line my lips with, the splurge. And we used this the other day for my lip color, right? And I think we got some pretty good results. All right, who do I have here? No, Julie, Denise, I'm just getting started. All I've done so far, I know I've been talking forever. I have another video that I did this afternoon. We did a drawing. Hi, Mom. This is a new one, all right? If you want to catch the other one, I just did a drawing and I talked a little bit about some new brushes. So you haven't really missed much, but we're doing like 7 items total today instead of like the normal 15 or 16 that I use. Hello, Pete. Hello, Christine. Thanks for joining. I struggle so much to get this blusher open every single time. Okay, so I'm using the brow palette. I'm using Unapologetic because I am unapologetic about the choices that I make. How's that? So there. Okay, let's do this. And then I'm going to use the colors in my brow palette on my eyes. Why not? They're mine. All right, let's get started. I'm going to use my cheek color, Sweet, as the base color for my eyes. So this is a peachy, it's pretty close to Unapologetic, but it's lighter. Okay. So I want to remind you, our products are able to be used diversely. So just because it says it is for eyes does not mean it is exclusively used for the eyes. It can be used for the cheeks, it can be used for the lips. Just because it says it's a lip color, you can use that on your eyes, on your cheeks. Everything is very universal. Okay. All right, let me get out my blending brush. Okay, much better. Now, let me just go ahead and do my cheeks, okay? I mean, I have this color out. I struggle to get it open and closed. Well, closed. Hi, Val. Hello, sis. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my cheeks. Okay, too much, too much. Bear with me here. I'm gonna go a little bit of bronzer. Loosen this up. Alrighty. I think that's not quite so bold now. Remember, whatever you've done can be not quite so done. Okay. Next, I'm going to do my brows. And then I'm going to okay, my brow brush. I'm going to work on these brows. Let me get out my handy dandy glasses so I can see my brows better. I put my mirror up here so it's a little bit closer to me. And I'm going to start on this right side. Okay, so we have the number 1 and the number 2 colors, which is the lighter and the little bit medium darker brown. And we want a very natural looking brow. We want to line the bottom and line the top. Hopefully those lines match up when you get to the tail. And just a smidge of that darker. My hair is a lot lighter. I don't want it to be too dark. Okay. And I'll get my spoolie brush out to blend. This was a step that I missed last night. Preferably you want to do that before you wax. Before you apply wax, let me be clear. We are not waxing our brows here. We are applying wax to keep them in place. Who else do we have? Hello, Karen. How are you? ¿Cómo está? Okay, we line the bottom. And we line the top. And aquí en la frente. A little in the front. Okay, now we want to take the spoolie brush and blend. Okay. And we are ready for wax to hold that in place. And again, we're going to use the tapered end. So the Brow Obsession palette comes with wax in it. It has 4 colors, 2 browns, and then it has a creamy pink and a creamy cream that you use for accenting. Okay, so now I'm going to go back and I'm going to use the browns on my eye. Actually, I take that back. First, I'm going to use Unapologetic. So here's my cream brush. You can see it's a little bit more stiff. It has more resistance when it's picking up the color on the brush. And I'm going to come in right above that crease And I'm going to make a little V. And I really do think this makes a difference with how this shadow is applied. Okay. And now we're going to do the other side. It has a good feel to the hand too. The brush isn't real long. Okay. Okay, I think that's it for the unapologetic. I'm going to wipe that off. And now I'm on to the brown. And I'm going to take another angled brush, and I'm going to take the darker brown, and I'm going to use that on the bottom of the lid for a bit of a line on the bottom. And this is the darker brown. And then on the inside, I'm going to come in with that lighter brown to lighten up just a smidge. Okay, there we go. Okay, next, I'm going to go back to my tapered and chiseled end, and I'm going to take that chiseled end and I'm going to pick up this pink, and I'm going to make that nice crisp line under my brow with that creamy pink, okay? Because I want a nice clean line under that brow. All right. And I'm not crazy about this line, about this color over here. So I'm going to go back with this crease brush and I'm going to lighten this up. Okay. Before I do that though, I'm picking up this cream color. Okay. And I'm coming back on this brow bone with that cream just to highlight. Okay. Done with that. But right, let me put away my splurge. Here's my lid. See, and you can just keep working with those eyes until you have exactly what you're looking for. Nobody said this is going to be perfect or exactly what you want. So I'm just picking up some of this brown, the lighter color, and I'm going to go over a little bit of that splurge. To soften up that darker, that unapologetic color. So remember, the splurge goes on cream and then it dries to a powder. Okay, I think I like that better. All right. And those brushes don't stay new for long, do they? Break them in quickly. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the 6th product was our foundation. All right, and 7 will be mascara. All right, so let's go ahead and get that mascara on there. The Epic, because our mascara is that. You know, I have never had a mascara that I could truly say I loved. And I have been using mascara for many a year. And this is the first one that I would really recommend to anybody. I know, we're not done yet. I was counting products. I know we're not done. We still need to do lips. I have not forgotten. Not to worry. And I told you ladies last night, I could not figure out why my eyebrows have all of a sudden become so unruly. I've been using the lash serum on my brows. Holy wow. I am done using the lash serum on my brows. They've gotten crazy, wild, uncontrollable. So, if anyone doubts how well that product works, take a look at how long my brows have gotten. I don't think it's as noticeable on the lashes, but good golly, Miss Molly. My brows have certainly gone wild. Okay, lips. I'm going to outline in Unapologetic. So I'm going to use the angled brush. Let me put my glasses on so that I can see a little better because we know I struggle. I am driving the struggle bus on this one. That wasn't very even, now was it? That's a little better. We're getting there. Goodness gracious. You know, I said the other night that I liked being able to use um a brush. Maybe I was wrong. Okay, so let's give this a shot, shall we? Okay, so I'm going to use Unapologetic. I'm also going to use this pink cream, okay? Okay, now let me put the Unapologetic. Okay, so if you're wondering why I mixed that pink, you all know I seem to get an itchy nose every time I get online. Okay, if you're wondering why I mixed this pink with it, it's a little bit waxy. And I know when I did the splurge the other day, remember I told you this is a cream shadow and it turns to powder, right? So it's very dry on your lips. So because I was able to mix this with a waxy product, now my lips have some moisture to them. Okay? So now my drips aren't dry. My lip My lips aren't dry and sandy, so it really makes a big difference. Okay, now remember I gave you that little tip. We can use that white pencil to make that fuller lip look. What do I have in here? The cream. Guess what I'm gonna do? And I don't have my illuminating stick. Ooh. My mirror just jumped into my lap. I'm gonna highlight above my eye. Above my eyebrow, I should say. I'm gonna do the same thing right above my lip. I'm also going to contour. I'm using my number 1 color. To contour. And we're done. 7 products. I know I was shooting for 5, but I needed those couple extra items in there. All right, one more coat on these eyelashes. Who am I? Why did I think? Why did I think I could put on mascara without a mirror? That was just silliness. Thank you for joining me. You all have a wonderful night, and I will see you again soon. Good night.